sliding in and sneaking in to the mob. Good morning, everyone. Let's see who comes in. Hello, Gail. Hello, Julie. Hello, Rebecca. How are you, Rebecca? Kragzimic, the dragon. Hello, Andrew. Good morning, Julie. Hello, SS. I'm going to call you. Hello, TJ. Hi, Julie. Showing everybody the new Stein full of Death Wish. It's deceptive. It's like a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Morning, everyone. Hello, TJ. Well, I'm aiming for an hour, but let's see. I'm going to be traveling next month, so we're only going to have one show. So we might make this one a little longer, maybe an hour, hour and a half. There is another color, but it's not as nice as this one. I think it's like a slate gray type thing. Hello, Annie. Hello, Peggy. It's like a slate gray with the gold trim accents. But I like the white and the blue. Looks very classic. Morning, Noah. Thanks for the shout out. Yes, the shirt. Oh, yeah, this is the shirt. I got a really, really large version of it. But, yeah, it's extra big, but it's the M&S shirt. Hello, North Carolina, Peggy. How are you? Just waiting for some people to come in. What time is it where you are, Noah? Jeez, it must be really late. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Audrey. I'm going to start with the questions that were posted on the Ask Questions post because they were posted a few days ago, and I'll start with that. Well, actually, yesterday. Not a few days ago, yesterday. So Audrey asks, what books are scheduled for this year? That's the whole year. It's a little tough to just because there's so many kind of tangents and things happening, but I can tell you what's coming up in the next few months. So the Perfect Cup is almost shredded and almost finished shredded, basically, on my end. Yeah, you are that old, Noah. Hello, Lena. Hello, Julian. I missed your post, Julian. Get back to posting your posts. So the Perfect Cup is shredded. I'm almost done with it. It'll go out, and then I'm currently, as you've seen from the snippets, I'm working on Reaping Wind. Hello, Chris. How are you? I'm working on Reaping Wind, and that should be done. It goes to the art. I'm thinking about the 12th of August. And then to the editor about a week later. So somewhere in the middle to the end of August, that one is out live. Reaping Wind, Monty Strong 9. In the midst of that, I'm working also on the next PPD book, Dragon's Impasse, with John. So that'll come up after that. Then after Reaping Wind, to answer Chris's question, what's after Japan, is the Golem. And that touches on a bit of history, and it'll be dealing a lot with Ezra and the Golem. So that'll be fun. So that's after Reaping Wind, and there was some reference made to it in one of the books. Hello, Lynn. Hey, TJ. Death Wish Coffee. That's how I do it. No, basically, I have very, very, very early mornings and a great support system. That's basically how I do it. Let's see. Audrey's second question is whether or not you can work it into story. What monument, city, country would you like to see MNS destroy? Collateral damage, of course. Um, well, New York City, it's not that they like to destroy these things, you know. They're not intentionally destroying. It just happens to be, as Monty says, extenuating circumstances. They don't enter these places with the purpose of destroying them. It just happens to happen when, yeah, when they're being who they are. See what city? See, is when I have to go to a different country or monument or city. There's a lot of research that goes into it. You don't want to know how much I've read about Japan, and I know a lot about Japan, but just to get them over there. Same thing I had to do with London. London was easier because I had actually gone to London, so I was able to destroy most of the area around the Tower of London because I had been there and I walked around it. Japan's gonna be a little harder, so I had to do a lot of Google Maps and speak to people who are Japanese and actually do a lot of research that way. Let's see. Anything new coming about the Warriors of the Way? Patty, I am sorry. I don't think anything new is coming for Warriors of the Way. I wrote those 5 books long ago, and there's a short story, the Kara Shihan, which is part of the newsletter when you sign up. But I don't see anything new coming for that story. That series is pretty much done. But some of the characters will be making cameos in future Monty and Strong books. So, in that sense, yes, but not actually touching upon that series. No, sorry. Okay, Craig asked the question. For those first timers, what series are currently tied to the same world as Monty and Strong? And as a corollary, what series do you have that is not tied to Monty and Strong? Okay, Warriors of the Way is not tied to Monty and Strong, technically. Sepia Blue is not tied to Monty and Strong, but they may make a cameo appearance in the next 2 books of Sepia Blue because the universe did shift over. The John Kane series, which is only 1 book right now, Blur, is not tied to Monty and Strong. And, wow, there's a few others. The Dread Warlock is set in the future, so that's not Monty and Strong. And I'm trying to think. The Assassin's Apprentice, also not Monty and Strong. There are a few others. I think there might be a few others. The Monty and Strong ones are, of course, Monty and Strong. The Brew and Chew, which is Peaches and his adventures. Aftermath, which is Damned, which you'll learn more about that in Reaping Wind, who Damned is. Those are the people who clean up after Monty and Strong, and they're going to have their own series. Night Warden is kind of tied into Monty and Strong. It's in the same universe. It's a tangent to Monty and Strong. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it for now. Yeah. So if there are any more, they come to mind because there are quite a few series that I'm working on. The Clandestine Order of the 10, Clandestine Stories of the 10 is obviously Monty and Strong. And The Misadventures of Nana and Dex, clearly Monty and Strong. Ava James, Chronicles of the Modern Mystics is not Monty and Strong. And I have to get back to that at some point. So yeah, that's pretty much, I think that's pretty much it. Whatever else. Oh, the Gideon Shepherd thrillers will be non-magical, not Monty and Strong. Straight action thrillers. So those will be coming out soon. I think that's it. I'm sure there are a few others that I've missed. All right, so let's see. I'm reading both. Rebecca asks, a Zilla short story is not in the works. It was in the works. It happened already. You just didn't pick it up. Maybe yesterday you'll find it. Anything with Zilla is really convoluted and requires traveling sideways through time to locate. There you go, Rebecca. Dex and Nana, yes, the first story is called Old Magic, and it's their story, so that's going to be a lot of fun. It's set in London. Audrey asks, what is my favorite food snack when writing? Besides drinking Death Wish, cashews. I like to snack on cashews. I get them from Costco. what my wife does, and it's like everything from Costco's industrial size. So I get a huge tub of cashews and Hershey's chocolates every so often. Yeah, I usually have the dark chocolate, but one of my Valkyrie likes to come over and like she sweeps by and takes like a handful, and I have a few others who just like to, so I have to hide the chocolates. Oh, let's see. Chris asks, do I listen to music when writing? If so, what? Or is silence my preferred background? I can't write in silence, which is why I don't dictate, because dictation requires silence. I listen to vocal trance and epic soundtracks. Epic soundtracks are usually for like the fight scenes because they're epic. Vocal trance for some reason shuts up the sensor in my head and allows me to write really well. And it took a while to find that kind of music for writing. Most people can't write with music that I know, but that one really, that music lets me write, which is awesome. Let's see. So those are the questions from the Ask Question. Let's see. Rebecca, is Master Yacht whooping on anyone new? I really need to write a story just with Master Yacht. I think that would be awesome. It was kind of like that in The War Mage, but I'm looking up because I have my book covers on the wall. Yeah, but I think Master Yacht kind of deserves his own story because he's kind of behind. Oh yes, the operative, correct. Mage Killer, yeah. Division 13 is related to Monty Strong. Yes. Hello, Tammy. Sepia Blue. Hey, Ben. Sepia Blue is slated for late this year, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check the schedule. Yes. Patty, Patty asks, how do I work on so many stories at the same time? I'm insane. Best possible answer. I use Arthur Conan Doyle's Mind Mansion, and every room has a different story. It helps in Monty and Strong's case that a lot of stories are related. Yeah. Let's see. What have I done for you lately? Not much, Ben. What, shouldn't you be writing? Hello, Bernice. Hello, Carla. Wow, you stayed up late, Carla. Hi. I don't know what time it is where you are, Carla, but I know it's late. Yes, Chris, it's mood music. John, how's it going, JL? Good to see you. Yes. So, definitely mood music, Chris. And yeah, it does help. It's strange. When I tried dictation, obviously dictation doesn't allow me to have music running in the background at the same time. But I have been able to find a way to do both, but it's still not the same, dictation and typing. I've tried it, and I keep trying it because you can do thousands of words in a fraction of the time that you would do it typing. What kind of daily word count am I hitting these days? I've spaced out Monty and Strong 9. I don't have to go do crazy word counts, but I average around 2K, 2 to 3K, depends on the day. If I'm doing notes like I'm doing now, where I'm doing Monty Strong 9 in the morning, then I was doing the notes for the Perfect Cup in the afternoon, evening, I'll average 2K and then try to get through all the notes, the read link notes in the afternoon where my brain is a little more mushy. But on average, I try to hit 2 to 3K a day. Yeah, the mug is pretty awesome. It's sturdy. It's as sturdy as it looks. So yeah. It's a stein, not a mug. It's a stein. Which series, Rebecca? It's a bunch. Yeah, Sepia Blue, I don't want to say it ended on a cliffhanger because book 3 is not really a cliffhanger, but it kind of leaves you like, okay, what's next? And I really do apologize for that. It said I got hijacked by Monty and Strong. So I was writing, I just finished Sepia Blue 3, and I got the first few chapters of Monty and Strong, wrote them, showed them to JL, John Logsdon, who's here, and he said, you gotta write this now. I don't care what you're writing, write this now. And I agreed, and so I wrote that now. That was Tomb Yards and Butterflies, and that was 8 books ago. Sorry, Sepia's gonna have to wait a little bit, because it's not just 8 books of Monty and Strong, it's been 8 books, a whole bunch of shorts, different series, which blossomed into other series, so it was kind of crazy. Yeah. Let's see, are Am I based on real life people? Not really. No, I try not to use real life people because that's just opening yourself to problematic situations. Any news for the Warlock crew? Yes, I'm going to be writing some more Warlock this year, Matt. So yes. So Warlock is. I already have 2 more books outlined for the Dread Warlock crew. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, really, Chris, I think it's great. This logo is fantastic. I know I asked the mob for ideas on a logo, and I kind of took those ideas and sent them to Deranged, Dr. Design, who are fantastic, and they came up with that, which is what I'm wearing also. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you should reread it. Rebecca, reread Sepia Blue when I finish the other 2. All right, Ben, go. Have fun. Be careful on the train. Yes, John was right. John is usually right. We don't tell him that too often because then his head just inflates. He's insufferable. He starts ordering green M&Ms at every hotel that he goes to. He won't speak at events without, Actually, I think it's pink M&Ms. They made them special for John. Let's see. The non-magical series is about. I don't want to give too much away because it's such a departure from the regular stuff that I write, but it's about an ex-military group that goes around. They're called conflict resolution specialists, and they go around dealing with situations, usually based on terrorist stuff. So it's kind of that kind of Lee Child, Vince Flynn, that kind of genre of writing. Yeah. Maybe Mark Dawson a bit, even though Mark Dawson is more like a lone hitman type. This is more Barry Eisler type of stuff with John Rain, if you're familiar with Barry Eisler. Yeah. What do I read when I have a break? Later, Dragon. What do I read when I have a break, Patty? Let's see. When I'm writing, I don't really read other stories when I'm writing because I've had it somewhere in the back of my head. I try to avoid any filters, any stories filtering in from other authors. So I'll usually read books on writing, or I'll read nonfiction, motivational books, things like that. But when I'm not writing, and that's very rare, I think it's like a day or 2 in between books. I'm currently reading Barry Eisler to get ready for the thriller that's coming up. And I was reading, prior to that, I was reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, which is a pretty interesting story about a very fascinating guy. David Goggins is crazy. He was a guy who did, if you're familiar with the military, he did Hell Week 3 times in 1 year. And it's crazy. So, yeah. I'd love to see more fancy Alter Planet Comic. I've never been to a Comic-Con in Kansas, and I don't know what it's like, TJ. I limit my travel because I write so much, and this year alone, I'm going to be traveling quite a bit in September, and it's going to kill my September in terms of writing. I'm going to have to figure out a way how to write and travel at the same time. Hello, Zoya. Zoya is one of my little Valkyries who's watching. Hello, Rosalind. Yes, so speaking of travel, I'm going to be gone from July 3rd to the 12th to go visit my sister in Virginia. So that's next week. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to be in the pool for about 9 days. Yeah, well, okay, yes, I do read Dr. Seuss. This is where I get all my inspiration. Are you kidding me? Yes. Mini Comic Con in Missouri. Is that Missouri, Mo? Is that Missouri or Montana? I forget. I think Montana is MN. Mo, I think, is Missouri. Again, yeah, travel. I'm not really big on travel. As much as I think it's a great idea, and I probably want to do it a lot with my family later on, travel kills my writing. That's the problem. I haven't really gotten to the habit of writing abroad or using writing abroad as an excuse to travel. Like, see, I could have done that for Japan. That would have been great. Plus, if I'm away from my tribe for too long, things get dicey. So yeah, Missouri. Yeah, I like suns. I'll definitely have sunscreen in Virginia. It's like 1,000 degrees there, my sister tells me. So I'm definitely going to avoid getting crispy in Virginia. For sure. Let's see what else. Checking in the mob. Hold on. All right, so a few things. Commercials. Kazuran Online, The Vine of Astara is the first book. Go get it, guys. It only has like 15 reviews. What's going on? Go leave some reviews. So they can write more of those books. That's the first thing. And don't forget to pick up your latest PPD stuff. I'm sure there's a PPD book coming out, or there will be soon. And the store, I don't think it's on sale anymore, the T Public store, the PPD store. But get the swag from the PPD store. It helps the authors. So please do that. Let's see, what else are we doing? Yeah, I know, I've heard. I want to try going there, but yeah. What is RW? Reaping Wind. Oh, Reaping Wind. Audrey, I want to try and go there to the Suicide Forest. Reaping Wind is slated for August sometime. So, yeah, because my week to Virginia kind of knocks everything back for a week. It's really 9 days. So, everything is pushed. So, August, mid to late August, Reaping Wind gets published. For sure. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, I wish I could have done this when I was growing up, that I had authors doing this. I would have loved to be able to speak to like Tolkien or some of the famous authors, Asimov, Heinlein, Herbert. To be able to have this kind of interaction with readers is phenomenal. Yeah. Yes, there are PPD new shirts, Chris, and you guys should be getting them. Why are you not getting them? Everybody should be wearing them. You kidding? That's awesome. Please leave your reviews. I know a lot of people say reviews don't really matter, but if you look, especially on Amazon, when people go to Amazon, what they're looking at, yes, besides the cover and the description and the blurb, they look at the reviews. It's not so much that they read the reviews, but they want to see social proof that other people have picked up this book or whatever the item may be. And if people see that the book has a lot of reviews, in the back of their mind, the unconscious thought is, it must be good if that many people left reviews. So the more reviews you leave on a book, especially on indie authors, the more it helps the author. So Casual Online just started the Vines of Astara. So go leave your reviews because it'll help them. Then Noah made a point that because it has very few reviews, if people leave low reviews, it brings the overall rating of the book down, and we want that to stay as close to 5 stars as possible, because then Amazon bumps it up and shows it to more people. So please leave your reviews. Oh, link for the swag. I'll see if JL has a link for the swag, but if not, I'll put it up right after this. I'll put the T Public store. But I'm sure John has a link to the swag, so please share it, John, if you have it, and let people go get some PPD stuff. My son's friends are interested in reading my books. Tombs and Butterflies, I think, applies to middle grade, basically. Middle grade can read it. I know my son read all my Tombs and Butterflies because it's not PPD stuff, put it that way, which is, I would consider a bit more adult. So Tombs and Butterflies can be read by teenagers and young adults, I think, and adults, obviously. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you didn't, Cynthia. Welcome. Yeah, Patricia, I read all the reviews as an author, and because I have rhino skin, the reviews, I don't take it personally because everyone has their own opinion. And it's like you said, a lot of people do read the reviews and see if it's worth spending the money to get this book, especially if it's a new author or a new series that people don't know about. They'll read the reviews to make a determination. So yes, please leave the reviews. It's important. I won't say that reviews sell books, but I think they do help the exposure of the book, and they help the author. So maybe not directly, but definitely indirectly, they do help. Yeah, it's important. For sure, please do. I know I harassed you guys. I harassed the mob to leave reviews. Speaking of which, Mage Killer doesn't have that many reviews, so please get on it, because I think it has like 28 reviews, and there's over 1,000 of you. So yeah, let's leave some reviews. Please, thank you. Much appreciated. Let's see. Hello, Sabrina. TJ, I want to say the full reviews are as important or more because it's actual social proof. It's not just stars. So if you leave a review, and again, you'll hear me say it, you'll hear John say it, you'll hear Noah say it. It doesn't need to be a treatise. It doesn't need to be 10 paragraphs. I love the book. It was great. That's fine. It doesn't have to be that long. That one sentence that it took you maybe 20 seconds to write really does help the book exposure. So yes, please. I used to be the same way. I would never do a review for books until I started writing. Then I realized, oh, the reviews are important. So yes, please, in addition to rating the book, also leave a review. Let's see, Patricia. I'm glad you're keeping your Amazon Unlimited because that way you can get so many awesome authors. I'm glad I'm part of that. How much coffee does that stein hold? If you drink Death Wish, the answer is always not enough. But 22 ounces of coffee can be kept in this stein, which is much bigger than my 16. At some point, I'm just going to have a barrel. Just, Yes. Is there a format for reviews? Those are awkward. TJ, just be honest. Just say, hey, I really love the book. It was great. Or, hey, it wasn't so great. Or really, all authors really want are honest reviews. So just say, I liked it or I didn't like it. I've had some great reviews. Then I've had some not so great reviews. Authors realize that once the book is sent out into the world, it's no longer ours. And the opinions of the people who read it, we can't take that personally. All you want is to leave a review. So yeah. I don't know if I said hello to Sabrina. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Benna. Don't worry. Better late than never. Welcome. Yes, Karen. 22 ounces is the warm-up. That's how we start the day. Then we move on to another. I don't even really drink at most 2 of these a day. Maybe. Depends. Depends if deadlines are looming. Depends how late I stay up. Yes, IV would work, but Roxanne would definitely disapprove of that. So I'm gonna limit the IV to when I have to start hitting 8,000 days, 8,000 word days, which I don't have to do often. I try to space out the deadlines in the books far enough away that I don't have to do 8K days. For sure, yeah.